How's everyone feeling? Good. Come on, give me a little bit more energy. We're nearly there. We're about to have a break after my session and then Sarah's session. But I'm super excited to be up here. I don't know if you can feel it from my energy. I'm a little bit nervous, but I love the vibe, right? The vibe is amazing, and I want everyone to keep that up. So my name's Min Tran, and I've had the privilege to be part of Amazon for the last 7 years, right? And this is my 5th Seller Summit. During my time at Amazon, I've been extremely proud to achieve many things. But nothing makes me more proud than taking center stage to talk to you about the one topic that I'm most passionate about. A couple of things I'm going to ask from you for today's session. This is the most important session. Forget everything else. That's a joke. But it's a joke because I'll probably get removed from the stage. But please lend me your time and energy, and I'll hopefully make it worth it. Second thing, Amazon strives to be Earth's most customer-centric company. And this is what drives most, if not all, our decisions. When considering FBA, think about how the customer shops and start from there. And the third thing, and Mark kind of mentioned it as well, but if you speak to anyone internally at Amazon, we speak in acronyms. Words too long, make it an acronym. Words too short, make it an acronym. By the end of today, all I'll ask you to remember is 3 acronyms. The first one being FBA, the second one being PCP, and the third one being IPI. No pressure, but I'll be judging the success of my entire presentation on if you remember these 3 things. First acronym, FBA. Everyone's heard it, and hopefully you remembered already. But I want to start off today with everyone on their feet. I know there's a lot of you, but get up. Come on, shake out the legs. Everyone's been sitting for an hour. Get that blood rushing to your feet. And whilst I've got you standing, I want to do a quick exercise. It's a big risk, but hopefully it works out. Risk, big risk. First question, remain standing if you're a Prime customer yourself. Oh my God, I love this. All right, for the ones in the room who aren't, it's time to consider. Second question, remain standing if you recently purchased something on Amazon Prime. Oh, okay. I don't know how everyone's defining recently, but okay. Third one, and this one's the risk. And I want you to be honest with me. When was remain standing if you've purchased something that isn't on Prime in the last 3 months? Ooh. Fantastic. Perfect example right there. We've lost half the crowd. All right, you can sit down now. Wow. Now that's a real-life demonstration on the power of Prime. I think I've got my point across the line now, so maybe best to wrap it up. No, I'm not. You've got to deal with me for the next 10 minutes. But this really emphasizes the importance of being part of Prime. And someone remind me how you can be part of Prime. Anyone? FBA. Okay, I'll answer the question myself. Now, before we go into FBA and how it operates, let's have a recap on why customers like the ones in the audience today might love Prime. Firstly, is it because we've got greater than 100 million products that are Prime eligible for our Amazon customers today? Or secondly, it's the Prime delivery speed that Amit's talked about, Sandra's talked about, and Mark's also talked about. But it means that we have free delivery for items fulfilled by Amazon for all our Prime customers, or if you're not on Prime, free delivery for all orders over $59, excluding select remote postcodes. And just to top off all the delivery speed goodness, Amazon services, which we've also kind of touched on a little bit. You've got the likes of Amazon Music, Prime Video, Prime Reading. On Prime Video, my personal favorite, Jack Reacher fans anywhere out there? Anyone watch Jack Reacher? Yeah, great show. But you can be part of the Prime membership for $9.99 a month, which is basically 2 coffees these days. I know, it's getting steep. Or $79 a year. I'm going to touch on this very quickly, but Sandra's already kind of covered it. But it's amazing to hear that since 2011, we've invested $15 billion into Australia. And a lot of it's through our operations network. We can deliver fast by ensuring our operational sites are as close to our customers as much as possible. And when customers place an order, we pick and pack and ship it right there at the closest center. Now, very busy slide, and I wanted to really quickly touch on fulfillment options. And Sarah, who's going to be covering the next session, will actually be going through Amazon Easy Ship and Seller Fulfilled. But for the purpose of this session, I'm going to be focusing on FBA, obviously, which evidently has no bias, but seems to have taken top spot on this slide. Now, with FBA, you send the stock to our warehouse, we would pick and pack and ship it on your behalf. And we'll also deal with all customer-inquired returns and returns and refunds. All you need to do is ship your products to our FC, and we'll take care of the rest, leaving you time to focus on your business. Now, this is from the seller's side of things, but what's happening from the customer's perspective? Now, the biggest difference that you'll see on this slide is that products on FBA are Prime eligible. And I obviously at this point, hopefully don't have to spell out what that means to you. Regarding fees, I'll go into this a little deeper later, but the most important part to know about this is the fees are flat and competitive countrywide rates based on the different weight bands. So, in layman terms, what does that mean? It doesn't matter if you're shipping the same product to Sydney Metro, Melbourne Metro, my beautiful hometown, arguably the better city, controversial, I know, or shipping to Fremantle in Perth. You'll charge exactly the same rate. Additionally, given we own the fulfillment, the customer service, the returns, and messaging on the detail page is owned by us, shouting out, shipped from Amazon. And final one, where I've had plenty of arguments with my wife, and it's around having a valid tracking rate, VTR. Because in her eyes, if she can't track the product at any point on any given day, 24/7 times a day, the product isn't obviously coming. Now, given that Ahmed already kind of stole my thunder on the FBA uplift sales figure, but I guess I'll have to give him the glory on that one. We didn't really have a choice to do so, but here's a seller testimony from Cinco Laundry on how Amazon FBA has kind of benefited the business. Fantastic. Pay as you go. Now, on to breaking down the fees for FBA. But I do want to start with one of the biggest misconceptions that I always get from sellers when starting on FBA. And it's, how much stock do I need to send to FBA? You can actually send whatever you like. It is a service that we offer to our selling partners in the case that you want to utilize our fulfillment options. It's a pay-as-you-go model. If you wanted to trial FBA today, like literally today, all you would need to do is go back to the warehouse or your home, pick one product, put it into a box, ship it to FBA, or convert that product onto Amazon into FBA, and you send it to our FC. If that one unit starts to sell out, you get to decide if you'd like to send more. Obviously, if it sells very quickly, my recommendation is please send us more. But I want to reiterate, the choice is up to you. So, when it comes to FBA, 2 fees. Fulfillment fee, which I've already kind of touched on, a flat fee per unit based on the product type and weight dimensions. And the second fee, the inventory storage fee, which I'll go into a little bit later on how you can maximize to reduce the fee, but also to improve your inventory performance. Now, onto the fees. Take an example of a stainless steel water bottle, because it literally feels like everyone is carrying one these days. So for this particular product, just breaking down the fees, fulfillment fee includes the pick, pack, ship, and a countrywide rate. It weighs 600 grams, so you're looking at the lower tier bucket at $8.89. And then, from an inventory storage fees perspective, 2 fees. From January to September, it will cost you 29 cents to store this water bottle in our FC. And from October to December, it will cost you 40 cents. So in total, what that means, and to sum it up, is that for 1 unit of this particular product to be stored in our FC for 1 month and to be shipped countrywide will cost you $9.18. That excludes GST and other potential fees. Now, one of the biggest limitations that we've had, and we've listened to the voice of sellers just like yourself. They say to me, Min, I'd love to send our products to FBA, but you don't take anything above 23 kilos. Well, the moment has finally come. Ta-da! We're increasing the upper limit to 35 kilos. Yes, I heard a woohoo. Important to note that the extra large and large oversize, which is between 23 to 35, is currently being piloted and on an invitation-only basis and is not open to all selling partners. But if you are interested, feel free to come over to the FBA booth, where our resident guru, Paula, she's somewhere around here, she's back to back there, but she'll be able to answer all questions related to heavy non-sort. Enjoying it so far? Oh, I love it. Get started on FBA. If I could say this to everyone and everyone could just do what I told them to do, my life would be so much easier. But 5 simple steps. Choose your product. Convert them to FBA. Prepare your product. Send it to Amazon or ship it to Amazon. And monitor your inventory performance. Last one's very important. Everyone seems to forget that once it goes to the FC, they don't want to deal with it anymore. But please, let's go into that later. So, fantastic. So, which products should I send to FBA? Is a common question I always get. And we most recently launched the FBA Opportunities Dashboard. Show of hands on who's used it before. Oh, not enough, not enough. Needs to be more. So everyone, by the end of today, I want you to go home and visit this page. You can find it via the Manage Inventory FBA Opportunities. My favorite thing about this tool is that it's backed by data. And every time I've been asked the question of which products to send to FBA, I always come back to what the data is telling us. And I want you to ask yourself the exact same question. Recommendations fall into 4 different buckets, ranging from high demand, offer density, and delivery experience. May not mean much to you, but I recommend you find out more via the FBA Opportunities Dashboard. The final one is around promotion eligible, or if the product is promotion eligible, meaning that it's eligible for the FBA New Selection Program. I always love to talk about the FBA New Selection Program because it helps to manage that risk when it comes to utilizing FBA for the first time. What the FBA New Selection Program allows you to do is free monthly storage, like I mentioned before, for 90 days, so you're trialing the product, and if you're not happy with the performance of it, or if you're not happy or you want to take the stock back, free removals for 180 days for up to 30 units of eligible new to FBA parent ASINs. Okay, now that you picked your product on what products you're going to pick for FBA, the next part is how are you going to get that to our warehouse? Cue the second acronym that I want you to remember today. Amazon Partnered Carrier Program, PCP. Amazon Partners Carrier Program kind of brings your journey earlier than before the FC, right? So our Partner Carrier Program will actually come to your warehouse, pick up at an eligible pickup location, and send that stock on your behalf to our FC. It's as simple as when you go to create your shipment, that you start the send to Amazon flow, and you select Amazon Partnered Carrier. And within 2 business days, our Partner Carrier will come to your warehouse, pick it up, and send it to our warehouse. And you're probably wondering, what are the benefits? Well, first benefit that I can always talk about is competitive shipping cost. And we've just recently announced that the fees are a lot less complex, and they go to $4.99, a flat rate of $4.99 per box, excluding GST, to ship it to our warehouse. In addition to that, you get the visibility on the shipment throughout its journey to our FC. And importantly, it could help to speed up the time it takes for the product to arrive in our FC, meaning that you could be up and running sooner for customers like me and for the ones in the audience. All right, third acronym, FBA inventory performance. Much like my love for data when it comes to choosing products for FBA, which everyone gets super excited by, people tend to gloss over FBA inventory performance and move to a set and forget model. Please don't do this. Once your product is in FBA, the responsibility is on you to ensure that you stay on top of your inventory performance index, IPI. Some tips to improve your IPI score include restock your popular products quickly, experiment with lower volumes on newer products, avoid high stock holdings, consider promotions, which Rishi will cover later, and advertising, which Casey's already covered, to potentially improve your sell-through, and always fix stranded inventory. FBA inventory. So it feels like at this point, we're just rolling out dashboards, and there's a dashboard for everything that you can do to manage your business on Amazon. I know it's not as sexy as getting your products into FBA, but honestly can't stress how important it is. It is important. The FBA inventory dashboard recommends actions to help you manage your inventory. It ranges from recommendations like advertising your listings, creating outlet deals, fixing up your item data quality, or fixing up your listing, or improving your keywords to accelerate that sell-through. It is so important, and I can't stress it enough. Now, at this point, if you're still not convinced on FBA, right, we're going to sprinkle a little bit of more sugar on it. First one, multi-channel fulfillment. We've spoken about this before in the past, but you have an order, you have your stock in FBA, but you want to fulfill an order off Amazon. We can do it for you. New Zealand customers shopping on Amazon Australia. If you want to export it to New Zealand on eligible products, we can do it for you. The final one is on Amazon Send. If you have your stock in China and you want to send it to our fulfillment center, we can also help facilitate that. Currently, it's only available for air service, but most recently, we're excited to announce that we're going to move to ocean service soon. So, 4 key takeaways. First one, utilize the data and ask what the data is telling you to decide which products to go into FBA. You can utilize the FBA Opportunities Dashboard, the FBA New Selection Program. Second one, PCP, sending your products through FBA via a partnered carrier program at a flat rate of $4.99 excluding GST per box, which could speed up the inbounding experience. Third one, and the one I'm always going to harp on about, but monitor your inventory performance index, IPI score, and consider taking the actions recommended to you on the FBA inventory page. And the fourth and last one, always start with the prime customer and work backwards from there. So to wrap up my presentation, I'm going to start asking the question, what are the 3 acronyms that I've asked you all to remember? I know it's on the slide, but I want everyone to shout it out at me. I love it. All right, I'm done. Thank you, everyone.